I'm a boss, I'm a brat, hard to handle. I'm a real life mood, a real life muse. Got some pretty in my sandals. I can't help, I was born like.
Deep in the heart of Texas, San Antonio, the scene for the Hornets. Miles Bridges and P.J. Washington, their versatile young forwards, chomping at the bit as they ready themselves for this raucous crowd at AT&T Center. Hornets, Spurs. Don't leave your seat. We'll be right back. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night. D.A., take it away.
Good evening, Kevin. Well, the Spurs are always competitive. So what kind of people fit their culture? Greg Popovich says we're looking for character. People that have gotten over themselves. A sense of...
Yeah, it always has. You and I know that personally. Thank you very much. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Up of the forward spots, it's Hayward and Bridges. All out there with Mr. Clutch. And it's Richards in at the 5. And for San Antonio, the 4 and the 5, it's Johnson and Pirtle. White is out there with Jones. And it's Vassell in at the 3, the small forward.
And you watch the impact that MP makes on the game. Not a surprise he's being considered for an all-star spot.
Yeah, he's in the conversation, no doubt about that. He can cement a spot, Greg, if he continues to improve, clearly. You know, Steve, now that we have some time away from it, how strange and wild were the NBA playoffs in that bubble?
I think the wildest part, Kevin, was having players having the same living arrangements. We'll eventually look back and view it as one of the most interesting times in NBA history.
And it's Jones with the ball for San Antonio. Passes it to Vassell. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Traps in the tray. Johnson's got 5 now.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Launches a 3. Connects from 3-point range.
3. Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now here's Johnson. He has 5. White looking around. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
It doesn't take much for Pirtle to throw it down. At 7 feet tall, all he has to do is be near the hoop.
Ball, the pass to Mr. Clutch. From past the arc. They get it back. Ball, no good.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Here's Jones. Here's Pirtle. It's blocked. Here's Mr. Clutch. White covering. Mr. Clutch, the pass the ball. Here's Mr. Clutch. Lets it go from 14. The shot, no good. It's the Spurs taking it the other way, getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
Here's Mr. Clutch. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
Stand a aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
And with LaMelo Ball, this team struck gold. Exactly what the Hornets needed. Great production and a face of the franchise type of talent. This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The pass to Mr. Clutch. And stolen by White. Outside, Jones. Here's Pirtle. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Pirtle's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. You know, Greg, thinking about LaMelo and this team, he's got the fans here in Charlotte excited.
And Kevin, let's be honest here for a moment. The Hornets haven't had a lot of luck in the draft. Finally, they knocked one out of the park, and the fans are ecstatic.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And the Hornets miss again.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Hornets trail by 8. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
Jones, the pass to Pirtle. Here's Vassell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside, Jones. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Charlotte. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
He gets that one.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Got a piece of it. Here's Mr. Clutch. Up and in on the layup. Mr. Clutch has got 7.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. White with it. 17 points in his last outing. Pass to Pirtle. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Pirtle's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Hornets trail by 4. There's Mr. Clutch. 7 points in the game. In the corner, it's Hayward. Passes it to Mr. Clutch. Inside. Out to Hayward. Shot clock at 6. Mr. Clutch. And he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 10.
This is the patience we talk about. Hayward waiting that extra half second, finds the open man.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
They weren't aggressive on the glass. They weren't blocking out. That puts you behind the 8-ball every single time.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Here's Eubanks. That shot no good. And the Hornets now going the other way. Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Walker. He kicks it to McDermott. Eubanks the pass to Forbes. Good on the 3-point shot.
The 3-point shot is how Forbes made a name for himself in Summer League and ultimately signed a multi-year deal.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 10 points for him. Mod pass to Oubre. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Walker against Rozier. Here is Forbes. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. His 3-pointers off the mark. Charlotte has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Here's Mr. Clutch. Here's Washington. And it's all evened up.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
Here is Forbes. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Feeds it to Young. Count it. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He dishes it to McDaniels. Shoots it. That one off the back iron and out.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Shoots from the block. Great D that time from Oubre. Hornets have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. It's up a 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And here's Walker. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Drills it from outside.
That's his aggressive mentality, always ready to shoot. In catch-and-shoot situation, McDermott gets set, and he's ready to fire.
34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. A rebound by the Spurs. Here is Forbes. Here's Young. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Backed by great length. I call Young a reliable interior scoring option.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Hornets trail by 5. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 13. Here's McDaniels. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the evening. Here is Forbes. Connects on the 9-footer. Forbes has got 5 points so far.
No surprise that Forbes pulls up there. At this stage, he has more confidence in the jumper than his ability to finish in close.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's San Antonio leading by 4. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio. You're watching 2.
I really like the step back move, being at 6'8".
One of many moves, Greg, but that probably is his signature move now.
Moves and counter moves. Hayward has a lot in his bag to keep defenders off balance.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for San Antonio, we've got Young. He's out there with Doug McDermott, and it's Walker in at the 2. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Mavericks was terrific. He dropped in 55 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. We'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
That's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And here's Forbes from the arc. Good on the triple. Forbes has got his third basket of the night.
Answering back, the thing about Bryn Forbes, he's not just a great shooter, he's competitive.
Rozier, the pass to Mr. Clutch. Chalk up 2 there. Mr. Clutch has got 8 points here in this quarter.
No, he didn't. Did he just break out the finger roll? That's nice.
San Antonio calls timeout. You know, Steve, this league is filled with potent offenses, but which team would you say is the most dangerous offensively?
Oh, Kevin, I have to go with the team that has Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. 3 all-time great scorers on the same team. Now that's dangerous.
Goes with a fresh 5 on the floor.
Substitution
now for San Antonio. Young's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. And it's Lonnie Walker in for Jones. Johnson finds White. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Bridges.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Vassell, the pass to Young. Johnson surveying the floor. Shoots. That's tipped. Fast break now for Charlotte. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And having a whale of a game from three-point range. Drained 3 of them in that first quarter and has added 3 more here in the second.
Pass to Vassell. Outside, White. Now Johnson. 7 points in the game. Just 3 to shoot. Shoots over Oubre. They get the rebound. White the pass to Young. And he converts the layup. Young's got 7.
Rely on Derek White for good feeds. He plays unselfish heads-up basketball.
To the middle, here's Washington. The rebound by Johnson. Spurs leading by 5. Outside, Walker. The pass to Vassell. Young left side. Here's Johnson. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 7-point San Antonio lead.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
No good for Mr. Clutch.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Bridges against Johnson. White, wide open, he fired. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
On the court for the Hornets, up in the forward spots, it's Hayward and Bridges. Mr. Clutch out there with ball, and it's Richards in at the center, filling out the middle. Pass to Pirtle. Jones dishes to Pirtle. Down low. On the basket by Jones. Jones has got 8 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Yep, it counts. 26 points for Mr. Clutch.
And there's one aspect of the game LaMelo's not going to ignore, keeping his teammates involved and the offense working as a unit.
Back to Jones. Excellent D there from Ball. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. It's a 5-point game. Pirtle with the steal. Here's White. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first.
LaMelo Ball picks one up.
He was barely recruited out of high school. Derek White's story is inspiring. He's someone that never gave up on his dream. He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
From deep, it's tipped. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Passes it to Pirtle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And it's White missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Pass to Pirtle. Jones against Ball. Vassell, the pass to Pirtle. And here is Johnson. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 12.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's the three. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket for Mr. Clutch.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
And the pass to Pirtle. Here's Vassell. Outside, Jones. The Spurs rebound. On deep. The shot will not fall.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Fires from 18. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
A different look now for San Antonio. Eubanks, he's checked in for Johnson. McDermott comes in for Devin Vassell. And it's Bryn Forbes in for White. Outside, Jones. Clock at 6. Misses off the right iron.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Martin can't tie it up as that one's no good. San Antonio leading. Pass to McDermott. Here's Eubanks, covered by Martin. Back to McDermott, stolen by McDaniels. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 34. Left side, Martin. Here's Mr. Clutch. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And for Pirtle, the stats don't tell the whole story. Steve, he just does whatever he can to help his team.
He's a good screener, solid defender, runs the floor, and you can't teach his size.
It's stolen. Fast break now for Charlotte. It's stolen by Jones. Now here's McDermott. 9 points in the game so far. Kicks it out to Jones. And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Pirtle. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Washington's checked in. To the paint, here's Eubanks. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Outside, Jones. And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for San Antonio. Kelly Oubre's checked in for the Hornets.
Checking in for the away team.
Young is double. To the inside. Here's Eubanks. And the shot goes in. Eubanks got his second bucket of the game to go.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
There's Mr. Clutch. He's got 39. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Knocked away. Passes to Washington. Here is Forbes. 8 points for him. McDermott with it. Here's Eubanks. And too long on the shot. The Hornets have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. Odd pass to Oubre. Here is Forbes.
Yes, sir.
Shit, we out here playing threes and shit.
Bro, I need to, bro. I need 5 games in a row, bro. I need to take this shirt off, bro. I'm streaming right now.
6 on the shot. Inside to the lead. Gets to the foul. Ball from Eubanks. Eubanks got 6.
Hey, it's possible.
Standing entry. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's Mr. Clutch. And it's off from 3-point range. San Antonio.
Yeah, I'm streaming right now, man.
3-point shots here in the first. 2:47 left in the third.
Streaming my process.
Here's Walker.
Come here.
Beautiful reverse lead. And now a
Shit.
Spurs lead.
Chilling with the kiddos, man.
Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Trying to see what I need to do for these badges, man.
And no good. Trying to use the glass. Spurs have gone at a pretty good shooting pace as 6 of 13 from the field here in the third.
This dude is blind.
There's the pass to Eubanks. Now Young.
Oh my God, not to the review.
Forbes. Coming off with his hit. Young's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here the Spurs with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And the Spurs with some changes. Johnson checked in for Eubanks. Vassell.
Money.
What's up?
I'm playing the puzzle game. The White Knight, right? The puzzle game.
Comes in for Doug McDermott. Yeah. And Derek White subbed in. Almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Richards is checked in. Miles Bridges comes in for Gordon Hayward. Martin's checked in for Kelly Oubre, and it's Mr. Clutch in for Rozier. Young is out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's Johnson, and it's Eubanks in at the small forward position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here's Mr. Clutch. And the Hornets miss again.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Swiped away. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And a little bit of showmanship from Ball on that slam, displaying some athletic ability.
Pass to Eubanks. And here is Johnson. And Forbes has it in the corner. And again, it's San Antonio with the three.
We saw this from Forbes in the G League. Now we're seeing it here. The ability to string together buckets over long stretches.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And Forbes kicks to Poeltl.
Maybe I'm already on the court.
Pass to Poeltl. 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Ball's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Mr. Clutch. And it's the Hornets another 3.
And every time you think he can't hit another.
Spurs leading by 13. Forbes the pass to Young. He's looking for Poeltl and finds him. The rebound by Richards. Richards got 6 rebounds here tonight. Takes a 3. No good from Mr. Clutch. San Antonio's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Down low. Johnson, good. Johnson's got 13 points in the second half.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Charlotte.
At least y'all talk to each other instead of getting mad.
Like what we're seeing from Keldon Johnson.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there.
Yo, everybody in here playing 2K?
He is rolling.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game. Good! Another from 3.
And with every three-pointer made now, he comes closer to that top spot.
And you know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance.
Well, Curry's high mark of 402 is so far ahead of the rest of the field, but he's got a good chance to come close to it the way he's been shooting.
High arcing shot, and that comes off the assist by Jones. 24 points for Johnson. Hornets trail by 14. There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter. The shot's good for Mr. Clutch.
Woo, he got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Now Johnson. Outside, Jones. Back to Johnson. Jones trying to get open. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Johnson. Johnson's got 26 points.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Over in the corner, White. There's the pass to Young. .106 left in the fourth. Hayward against White. Kicks it to Young. Shoots. Off the left rim and out. Charlotte shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for San Antonio.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win. And what a huge standout performance it was
for Johnson.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for